everybody. Here we are on location, sort of, for our Quick Start Real Estate School here in Jacksonville, Florida, in our brand new meeting space, filming this week's Ask Ron. Hi, Ron.
Hey, we're right in the middle of a Quick Start school. This is the third day, and I'm sitting here while Jay's teaching them how to get all the private money they want.
All right, so we're going to start with the first question from Tony and Angie.
Who else?
Everybody knows Tony and Angie. Ron, what criteria should we use to decide whether to order a full home inspection on a deal?
Okay, that was easy. Only when I'm going to buy the house. Okay, if I'm putting it under contract and then I'm selling the contract, I don't need a home inspection. That's the buyer's problem. Okay, if I'm buying a pretty house and it's in excellent condition, I don't order the inspection. So I only order the inspection when I'm going to buy it, and sometimes even after, but you should do it before. And don't ever pay cash for a house without getting that home inspection, because there's no way that you don't need nothing, or that you don't need anything on that house once the inspector comes out there. Now, especially if you're going to buy it and renovate it and then try to cash out of it, that's when that inspection is going to hurt you if you don't get it ahead of time and fix what it needs to be fixed, so that you don't fail the home inspection when the bank or the realtor involved with the buyer, if there is one, because they're all going to order a home inspection. So you do it first, and you won't get any surprises.
Okay. Our next question is from Phil Salazar in Texas.
Okay.
Phil asks, when looking for deals, I look for equity spread, market value, rental median price, cash flow, and median sale price. Is there a program or a procedure to determine these values for markets across the country?
I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. Apparently, it sounds like you want to buy the houses and hold them and keep them, or you wouldn't care about all those statistics. Of course, if you want to buy them and resell them, none of that matters, because you're anywhere you're going. So there are databases that you can get all the information you want on houses. Well, I think you might even get what you want on dreams. But here's a website for you: city-data.com. City-data.com. And then you learn anything you want about properties anywhere in the country that you like, including are they moving out, are they moving in, and so forth.
Okay. Next question is from Christopher in Georgia. I am looking at a lakefront property acquisition, which will be a full rehab project or a tear down and start from scratch with a couple 100 feet of lakefront. I am brand new. What would be the better exit to wholesale it, Airbnb it, long-term rental?
I can't answer that question because I don't have any math facts here. All of those are options, but the question is what options can you do that you feel comfortable doing it? You can buy that property and develop it into quite a few things. You can rehab the house or tear it down. I mean, I don't know. Airbnb's out of question, of course, until it's fully rehabbed, if it's going to get that way. And that means you're going to have to raise the money and go get it rehabbed. So that may not be something you want to do. And then I have no idea what the ARV is when you get done, and that's the first thing you'd want to find out before you even worry about the repair costs. Is it going to be worth it? So that question can only be answered by the person that's about to buy the property or that already owns it, because it's all about what they see that they want to do with it. Of course, wholesaling is the easiest thing you can do, as long as you leave enough money in it for the next guy that's going to rehab it and get out of it. But if it's on lakefront, man, I'd be very cautious about selling that thing too cheap, because that's going to be some pretty valuable property, with or without the house on it, because somebody might want to bulldoze that house and come and build a nice one sitting on the lake. You need to do more research there, because I don't have a clear answer for you from here.
Okay, next question is from Brian Lucy in Colorado.
Good old Brian.
What do we tell the sellers about having their insurance policy when we close? Do we tell them to cancel it or change it or something else?
All right, you're going to buy the property. The owner-occupant's policy is no good the day the deed is recorded to you. you need to buy your own policy, non-owner occupied, before you close. And then when your bank gets that policy, if they haven't already done it, you need to tell them to cancel their policy. It's not. I'm not telling you that because of the house. I'm telling you that because the lender will not accept your policy as long as they already got one on it. So simultaneously, your insurance company will probably do it for you. They'll contact the bank and tell them that they're insuring them and cancel the old policy. And you better get that done, or technically you're paying double for your insurance, because they'll keep taking that money out for that company, and then they'll start taking the money out for your new company. So it's up to you to make sure that that policy gets canceled when this transaction. And whoever does it, I'd ask the insurance company if they'll do it first and then notify you when it's been canceled.
Okay. Then our final question for this week's Ask Ron is from Gypsy in California. What are the best ways of finding a house market value?
Dreams. Our dreamspro.ai. Go to that site, dreamspro.ai, and you'll find our whole CRM, which includes a section on how to get comps, as good as you're ever going to find anywhere else, better than most. And it's pretty easy to use. And then, of course, you can always find them on Zillow, and there's a bunch of other sites you can find them on. I mean, none of them are going to be better than Dreams. Dreams is a subscription service, no doubt. So you're not going to subscribe just to get comps, but there's a whole bunch of other things on there that it'll do for you. So check it out on that site, dreamspro.ai.
Okay, that was our final question. Do you have some parting words for them?
Yeah, stay off in front of big trucks.
Hopefully they're that smart.
I hope by now you've set aside December 3rd, 4th, and 5th for our summit coming up. Going to have some really quality people on that thing. And I hope by now you're already in our Masterclass, which happens every Tuesday and Thursday. It's free. Summit is free. Make sure you get a hold of this free stuff, because, this free stuff is going to come to an end sometime, hopefully very soon from my part. So get what you can while you can get it. I'll see you next week.